Hey guys, so I'm back with another episode of Is She Worth Your Gems? So today we'll be discussing about birthday premium Maya Tendo, and we will talk about her and her skills and if she is worth your gems or if she's not. So let's get into her. She is a mid-bulk moon unit, and her speed, once it's max rank 9, I know goes up to 1707 if I'm not wrong. And she is actually sort of a tank for the mid lanes, which is actually pretty good if you don't have a tank to begin with. So let's get into her skills, and she has strong slash, which is not really that cute for PvP or honestly in any. But Lion's Roar is actually pretty interesting because if you take a look at it, it gives high damage to front enemy and normal, barrier, and act power up to self. If you guys aren't aware about her units, her passive skills, she actually has normal barrier, 6,000, and I think she could stack it up with her Lion's Roar. And she has act power up to self, which would be very useful when we get to her climax act. So her third skill is Staring Attack, medium damage, and provoke to rear three rear enemies. This attack is actually pretty interesting and really nice because she will be able to focus on the DPSs at the back, and the three backlaners are usually the ones who are gonna be very hard to handle when you're fighting in PvP. So if you take a look at it, since no one has been using it yet because she just got released, I'd say her kit is good enough for you to reach SS and early SSS, in my opinion, based on my experiences. Because I, as a um, Tamao Fox user and a Perseus user before, um, tanks are very important because they get to tank all the damage and take in all the damage. And the fact that she has 6,000 barrier and she has her own self barrier would actually help her um, against all the normal damage she'll receive. Her climax act is medium damage and 20% chance stun, 10 times to random enemies. Okay, so at first when you read the skill, it was actually pretty confusing, but her ult kind of acts the way Dorothy's ult works. So if you take a look at Dorothy's ult, if you've fought her or if you've seen her, she chooses who to hit for some reason. Sometimes it's three, sometimes it's one, sometimes it's all of them. And that applies with her Fury, her climax act. And I do think it's actually pretty good because if it hits one person or less people, it will be higher damage. But it's a very nice kit for a tank, in my opinion, because it's not the usual provoke or the usual aggro. This is actually pretty interesting. And stun is very annoying for 2 turns. That's really annoying. So her unit skill is max HP up to 50%, normal defense up, special defense up. This is actually a really nice one because she's a mid bulk. So basically, if you max her unit skill, basically all your girls are a tank. Especially if you have like I think Jekyll or like other girls who have a mid row global unit skill, that would be actually really good. And since it's the mid row meta, she's really worth pulling. Okay, so her passives. Um, Fortitude, she has two, which is good, so you can just give her one. Aquarium, Brilliance, Memoirs, or even the Butterfly for speed if you want. But you don't need to give her Fortitude anymore because she actually has her own. And she has normal barrier, which is 6,000 for 3 turns, which is actually not bad. Okay, so if you take a look at all of her skills and all of her passive skills in a PvP way, I was honestly kinda iffy about pulling for her because of her barrier passive. Same with the Lion's Roar passive too. Barriers are not really much of a thing anymore when it gets to PvP because there are many units like Zeus, Jekyll, who could actually cleanse the barriers, which is really bad. But in my opinion, if you're running early SSS, you can still use her, and it's actually pretty nice. And she has self sustain, so I'm guessing if she's a tank with her barriers and all of her beautiful marvelous kits. um, she will be able to, I guess, um, 1v3 at least some people because she's tanky. But I think the only downfall for her, which I hope they would have added, was special shield at least. I mean, if you're gonna make a birthday unit like Marie and Dorothy, might as well give it to the number one waifu, right? I mean, special barrier is actually very important because there are many special type units out there who are like meta right now and could destroy you in a hit. So PvP terms, I am not sure yet, but I'd say she is usable up to early SSS for sure, based on my experiences with my tanks. Yes, they may have different kits, but shields are nice, act power is great, but I've never seen a tank like this that could actually be on the offensive side, so I'm guessing that she would actually work well until early SSS. Is she worth pulling? Yes, she is worth pulling. Almost anyone with provoke is worth pulling, in my opinion. For PvE and like for PvP, sure. But like in my opinion, she is worth pulling because she's a birthday unit. She's pretty. She's a waifu, and you can use her against like units that are weak against her. And yeah, she's worth pulling for sure. I mean, I don't regret pulling her because she's actually pretty cool. Um, if you want a summary, PvP, she's good against the 3 DPSs at the back. She has act power to self and a big barrier for herself. She can withstand damage by herself. She has a beautiful, nice, stunning ult. So that's what you'll look at for the PvP aspects. She is she has decent speed for a tank. She has 1707 max. So if you give her butterfly, I think you could like outspeed a couple of people when you get to PvP. So final verdict is yes, she is worth pulling, and because she's so pretty. But yeah, you'll be able to find her uses, I guess, when you try her. But that's all I'd say for now because I don't wanna. We haven't used her yet, but I am planning and willing to try her in PvP actually. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope all of you get her. I actually reached pretty far in the steps. Hopefully we have enough for the next birthday girl, which is Claudine. And I wish you all gotcha good luck. So see you next time. Bye!